Thank you. Andarki namaskaram. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for the warm reception. My friend Sridhar Muppala garu, Shri Toshniwal ji, Dayanivas Sharma ji, Sunil ji, Deepak ji, and all the parents and youngsters who have gathered here who are convocating today, and to the two senior gentlemen who are from Government of India, sir, former Justice, and Shri Jindal ji, आप दोनों को और बाकी हमारे यहाँ के साथियों को अंदर की हृदयपूर्वకంగా నమస్కారం, హృదయపూర్వకంగా మీ అందరికీ శుభాకాంక్షలు, హృదయపూర్వకంగా అభినందనలు. I was just listening to Sridhar ji and also Mr. Dayanivas Sharma. Of course, Sridhar was very inspirational. His speech was very powerful, invoking the pride of being a chartered accountant and also at the same time reminding you of all the sacrifices your parents have made. So I think Sridhar and Mr. Sharma, both of them deserve a big round of applause for the way they actually motivated you. But what was more interesting to me, అప్పుడెప్పుడో చరిత్రలో మొహమ్మద్ గజ్నీ అనే ఆయన 17 సార్లు దండయాత్రలు చేశాడంట. అట్లా దయానివాస్ శర్మ గారు కూడా 14 సార్లు చార్టెడ్ అకౌంటెన్సీ క్లియర్ చేయడానికి నేను తంటాలు పడ్డానని చెప్తుంటే నేను అడుగుతా ఉన్నాను ఇప్పుడే కూర్చోగానే, నిజంగా 14 సార్లు రాశారా అంటే ఆయన చెప్తున్నారు, లేదండి మా ఎగ్జామ్ చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంటుంది, మీకు తెలియదు, మీరందరూ మామూలుగా పాస్ అయిపోతారు డిగ్రీలు పీజీలు, మాది మాత్రం చాలా కష్టపడతారు పిల్లలు అని చెప్పి. నిజంగా కూడా కష్టపడి పాస్ అయిన పిల్లలందరికీ, ఇష్టపడి చదివిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి గట్టిగా చప్పట్లతో వారికి కూడా అభినందన చెప్పాలని చెప్పి కోరుతా ఉన్నాను. People often say that you should never hide important details from your doctors or lawyers. But I think today, increasingly, chartered accountants also fall into the same category. We should not hide any important details from you either. In today's world, in fact, most people share their most intimate secrets, which they might be hiding from their spouse, with their chartered accountants. I think that is the order of the day today. But of course, I'm joking. I don't hide anything from my wife. I'm just joking. But jokes apart, the role of chartered accountants in today's India has become more important than ever before. Honestly, if you think about what ICAI has done for this country and for the profession, it is nothing short of extraordinary. Because this is an institute that represents 77 years of institutional integrity. Please think about the time it was founded. India had just become a republic in 1947. The constitution was still new, was in fact just being drafted. The economy was fragile. The future was uncertain. And yet, there was a very clear understanding that this nation is destined for greatness and we all have a role to play in this. But a nation cannot only run on roads, factories or governments. A nation also runs on trusts. A nation also has to rely on trusting the institutions, trusting the systems, trusting the financial integrity, and that is why this great nation, to become greater, needs people who could be trusted with numbers. People for whom accuracy is not just a profession, but an absolute responsibility towards contributing to nation building. Now, what makes a chartered accountant important and special? Whenever in the last 15-20 years I've met a CA or even someone pursuing CA, one thing that immediately comes to my mind. It's not brilliance alone that gets them here. It's perseverance, to be able to persevere through the difficult and most important, chapter of your life. Because becoming a chartered accountant is not just about clearing exams. It's about enduring pressure, studying through uncertainty, handling failures, facing difficult results, continuing even when quitting feels easier. You've just heard Mr. Dayanivas Sharma joking, but the fact of the matter is, many of us come across failure, come across tough times in our life. And some people give up, some people endure, And those people that have endured and those people that have cleared are sitting right here. So a big round of applause to all of you. And eventually the journey, like they say, the journey is more important than the destination. And today, the fact that you have endured, the fact that you have gone through a tough phase will only make you a better citizen, a better human being as well. You know, to go through something like this, talent alone is not enough. Being comfortable is not enough. Being motivated is not enough. Because motivation can come and go. What truly matters is discipline, and that is what is going to keep you in good stead throughout your life. The quiet decision, the quiet perseverance, the quiet tenacity to continue despite setbacks again and again. And that is what makes this profession special. Let me remind you, for those kids who are still pursuing CA and who are probably dreaming of graduating just like you next year or the year after. Let me remind you, in life, you're going to be hit with challenges. In life, punches will be thrown at you. But like they say in boxing, it's not how hard a punch you can throw. It's how hard a punch you can take, fall down, get up and start fighting again. And that's exactly what you guys have done. So my compliments to you. Why do chartered accountants matter more today in the Indian context? Because India is changing rapidly. India is growing rapidly. Tax compliance has increased. GST systems have expanded. There is uniformity in taxation now. Financial scrutiny has become harder. Transparency has become absolutely essential. As more people enter the tax bracket, chartered accountants have become central to everyday financial life for most citizens. Today, proper tax filing matters for loans, for investments, for businesses, for financial credibility, and most importantly, for future growth. At the same time, India is also witnessing a new wave of entrepreneurship and startups, especially youngsters who are dreaming big of conquering the world, have the aspiration to be the best in the world. They need your financial guidance. They need your compliance support. They need your strategic advice. And they also need some guidance with long-term planning. That has naturally elevated the importance of chartered accountants in nation building as well. In many ways, while we applaud the politicians and bureaucrats for playing an important role in nation building, I think chartered accountants also have been playing a very important role silently in architecting the future growth of our nation. You strengthen the businesses, improve compliance, increase transparency, and contribute significantly to the government revenues as well. As we speak about government revenues, let me also quickly remind you, I think one of the most important stories that you may have witnessed over the last 1 decade, right here in front of your eyes in Hyderabad, was how a young state has become the most successful startup state of independent India, the story of Telangana. Just to put in numbers, because you're all students of numbers, you're all kids who understand numbers, let me tell you, in the last 10 years, from 2014 to 2023, our state-owned tax revenues in the state of Telangana grew at 37.6%, especially in the year 2021-22, which is the highest for any state in India. Total revenue growth was 13.8%. Average annual growth was around 24%. But most importantly, if I have to leave you with one number to think of, in 2014, when the state of Telangana was formed, the per capita income of Telangana was around 94,000 rupees. But in 2023, we were number one in the country, even surpassing Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Haryana at almost 300,000 rupees, 3 lakh rupees. Highest per capita in the country. If you look at numbers, they tell you an important truth. Strong economies require sound financial administration. And behind every robust financial system, there is always the contribution of chartered accountants. Of course, I'm sure you have heard the rumors, you have heard the discussion around technology, artificial intelligence, and how it is going to reshape the future. Yes, technology and particularly AI will change a great deal over the next few years. They'll make our jobs easier, more efficient, deliver faster, and in many more ways, make citizens very powerful. And I'm bullish, I'm extremely bullish about the way they will complement your efforts as chartered accountants in the years ahead as well. And I believe that those CAs who will be in sync with technology, who will continue to upskill, because most of you, once you have completed your chartered accountancy, have convocated, have graduated, please don't get complacent. Like Sridhar was saying, like Mr. Sharma was saying, I think you'll have to constantly upskill and constantly learn what is happening all around you. Those who will understand the promise of emerging technology and the timeless value and the combination of the timeless value with human judgment will excel in your pursuit of excellence. Future will demand a lot more from you. Your journey has just begun. In fact, if I have to be a little cheesy, I'll tell you, you've become chartered accountants, but you're entering uncharted territories now. You're entering an uncharted territory of working with the mainstream of the population. So future will demand more from you, not just perseverance and adaptability, because the world is also changing rapidly and India is also growing rapidly. Systems are changing, tools are changing, expectations are changing, technology is changing, and behind every robust financial system, there is always going to be a big contribution demanded from you, the chartered accountants. But today, as we acknowledge the service of CAs, we must recognize that they are not merely tax consultants. You are the financial guardians, you are the economic advisors, you are vital partners to India's growth story. So my humble appeal to all of you, those of you who are present here and those of you who are also going to listen virtually, let me just remind you, you're not just entering a profession, you're entering a system built on trust. You've already proven that you can endure pressure and uncertainty. Now the opportunity is to evolve with times and staying grounded in values. Do not forget that your parents really sacrificed a lot to make you what you are today. Don't forget their contribution. Do not ever undermine their contribution to your growth. As NCS Raghavanji once said, a chartered accountant is the conscience of the business. That is why a CA is more than someone who keeps the books in good shape. A CA is the conscience of the system. Congratulations to all of you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana. Thank you.